Luka Doncic has allegedly been taking care of his body, according to teammate Mike Tobey, and he's gonna be real good. I mean, he's basically been the best player in FIBA. All right, dominating it. No one's talking about Slovenia because that's how good Luka Doncic been. It's been like, it's a mop up. Luka's gonna win it all. I want your thoughts down below. If you're a Luka fan, if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, how excited are you guys to hear that Luka Doncic is in shape? Something that a lot of people said, that Luka Doncic has never ever been in shape so far his NBA career. So potentially we are finally going to see the man be in peak physical condition to enter the NBA season. So Luka Doncic, as you guys know, is putting a big run this FIBA World Cup. And before we continue today's video, go right now, hit that subscribe button. I'm telling you, go hit the subscribe button because we're on the way to 20,000 and I want you to be part of our team. Join us. Let's go. Hit that comment section if you have any thoughts about Luka or the Dallas Mavericks or the FIBA World Cup. Now, Mike Tobey says that he feels that Luka looks a bit more rested, that he looks fresh and in shape, that he's really taking care of his body and himself a lot more seriously this summer. That you can tell it's by his nutrition, how he looks. He looks in better shape. You can see a big step. And, you know, with friends and families, he says he can't imagine what it's like to be Luka, Mike Tobey says, and constantly having everybody question you and ask you questions and all that. But for the Dallas Mavericks, they missed the postseason. And Luka Doncic, at the end of the year, went out and recovered and rested and then started working out in Slovenia. It was there he went to work on his body and his conditioning, and it's been beautiful. If you guys haven't seen FIBA World Cup, he's been playing like a man on a mission. And that man on a mission is Mr. Luka Doncic, who looks like, dude, hide your wife, hide your kids, because Luka Doncic might come out and win the NBA MVP. I mean, we might have two MVPs in front of us, potential MVPs, Shea and Luka. But I seriously do mean it that it's been this much fun watching these guys duke it out. And Luka just looks like a different version of himself. And I'm very, very excited to hear your thoughts. What do you guys expect from Luka in the Dallas Mavericks this year? I think, and even Mark Cuban came out the other day, yeah. And not Luka, but Mark Cuban came out the other day and said, this is Luka team. And Kyrie knows that. Kyrie's smart enough to know that. And Kyrie probably knows that Luka's way better than he's ever been. And Kyrie's a good player. I'm not like dishing Kyrie at all. But I want to hear your thoughts down below. What do you think of this report? Is it something we should care about at all? Or not really, because it's just, you know, Luka getting in shape, something that we've just been hoping that he'd finally do, which seems like he has finally done. I don't know. Let me hear those thoughts, ladies and gentlemen.
I also think people are going to be like, oh, Luka's going to be MVP because he had to deal with Kyrie, which I think is a stupid narrative. I just think Luka, he's looked every year at the end of the year, flamed out. It's crazy to think this guy could have won MVP in this. He came in second place his second season in the league. Like, who else has done that? Tell me somebody else who's done that, because they haven't. It's incredibly rare. It doesn't happen. And for me, I think we just need to, I feel like people don't give Luka his flowers because people don't want to, I guess, give him the credit he deserves. I definitely think having, you know, the ability to, you know, they're building a team around Luka that, you know, they got the shooters. That's been the whole thing. Shooters, rebounders. They need to get the defense again. And I feel like the defense hasn't been there. But I don't know. Like, I'm very, very excited to see what potentially could become of a team like the Mavericks if Luka is fully healthy. They go on a deep playoff run, and I'm excited. I want to see Luka be put in a situation where he can be unleashed. And I think having Kyrie, kind of like how Jalen Brunson was there, to take the edge off of Luka so he doesn't have to feel like he's completely being, I guess you would say, force stripped or like I don't know. I don't know if stripped is like the right word, but forced to do everything and stripped of his freedom is what I meant by that. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think? And if you guys are, definitely in the same page as me, because I think it's an interesting thought process when you look at Luka. I think of him as a guy who's a generational talent, probably one of the best players, probably the best player since LeBron James to come into the NBA. And I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about this all wrong. Maybe there's other ways to go about it, but I think definitely we look at the situations that other guys who have won MVPs like Giannis, it took a few seasons. Joel Embiid, it took a few seasons, but Nikola Jokic, it went right ahead. But Nikola and Luka have very similar stats, so I do want to know what's the difference right there. And I think this team is better than last year's team. Last year's team definitely was a downgrade from the conference finals team. But it's all about how I think Jason Kidd's a good coach. I'm just curious to think about what's going to happen if Luka is in full shape. How dominant can this team be? Seriously. I think the sky's the limit in a good way. But I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts process, because I'm always interested to hear what may or may not be the case, because this is definitely a team that's trying to go to the next level, and I want to see Luka come in shape, see Luka take this team to the NBA Finals and win it just like Jokic did, so people can stop trashing on foreign players as if they're like not good enough to be in the NBA, which is just a straight up lie. That's my opinion right there. Maybe I'm dumb for thinking that, but let me hear your guys' thoughts. What do you think of all of this? If you guys are in agreement or if it's just me. I think it's just how it's all playing out. It's interesting. That's what I think is interesting, due to the fact that this is a team that needs to go all in so Luka doesn't leave. I hope Luka never leaves, because none of us want that. But that's going to be it. Hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already.